Ah, the Mangrove Forest. We're finally here. You there, Mr. Nicholas?
Uh, where are we, scientist Diego?
We've made it. We're in the Mangrove Forest.
The Mangrove Forest?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, it's a
how did we
little,
get here?
um, it was a bumpy ride, to say the least, but we're finally
Let's
here.
see, our ship's ruined. What are we gonna do?
I guess we could go set camp somewhere.
All right, let me get my things.
Alrighty.
One eternity later.
You
Let's
ready?
go, scientist. We're ready.
3 days later.
We're finally done.
Oh,
You ready to show
d-
the class?
wait, did he just say we're? Did he say we're
Uh,
finally done? You've been researching for the past 2 days while I've been back here building this terrible tiny lab all alone by myself, struggling, and you dare say we're done?
let's just show the
Uh-huh.
class the lab.
Okay, yeah, let's just show the class what I've been doing for the past 2 days. Thank
Um,
you.
sure.
Come in, old man.
Alright. Wow, this is a great lab, I have to say.
Uh,
We've got some mangroves planted, DNA
uh-huh.
samples. I'm
Uh-huh.
impressed, I have to say.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Stop looking in the lab. Let's talk
Oh,
about what we're really doing over here. What is a mangrove forest, Professor? Can you please explain?
yes, class should know what a mangrove forest is. So, mangrove forests, also
Thank
known as
you.
mangrove swamps, are productive wetlands located on the saltwater coast. They're formed in warm and wet areas, usually tropical. So, some places that with mangrove forests would include Mexico, Indonesia, and this very place, Puerto Rico. Anything else you think the class should know?
What? Yeah, no, yeah, so, I've been working here so hard. I haven't even noticed. What is it like living in a mangrove forest, honestly?
Well, from what I can tell from the past 2 days living here, it would be a difficult task to live in a mangrove forest. Because yeah, although it provides large amounts of oxygen, it'll be
I
difficult to
know.
build a stable structure due to the damp land. For that reason is why we decided to build the eco-friendly floating laboratory here. Is that not right?
Oh, yeah, 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 no, perfectly fine. So,
Anyways,
how about
let's
we get out of here?
yeah,
Yeah,
let's
how
go
about we
show
get out of
class
here?
some of the biotic factors of the mangrove forest.
Oh, yeah, 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 definitely, definitely.
A few moments later.
So, Professor Nicholas, now that we're out here really connecting with the environment, I want you to mention some of the major biotic factors of the mangrove forest for the class.
Oh, yeah, yeah, hold on. Give me one quick second while I check my special notebook. Oh, okay,
What what were you doing back there?
yeah. No, nothing. There's nothing to see back here. Okay, so let's talk about the major biotic factors in the mangrove. Yes, is this what you said? Is this what you mentioned?
Yep,
All right,
tell me some of them.
so its major biotic factor is its flora and fauna, which
Okay.
include many different animals and plants that help sustain and grow the ecosystem. Shrubs, palms, ferns, climbers, grasses, epiphytes, and of course, red, black, white, and buttonwood mangroves are some of the examples of the flora of the mangrove forest.
Well, since we're on the topic
Yes.
of flora and fauna, I think I should mention some of the most interesting animals you can find in a mangrove forest.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, so there's the long-tailed macacos, there's
Which is
saltwater crocodiles, mud crabs, and the crab-eating frogs.
yeah. Before we keep going, it's getting kind of dark out here. Let me just light up a little. Right
Yeah.
here. All right, all right. So, Professor, what the heck are crab-eating frogs?
Crab-eating frogs, you can see them hopping around right here.
Oh
Look.
my God, he is so cool looking.
Yeah.
What
Anyways,
exactly does he do?
well, he just eats crabs. Anyways, can you tell the class about some of the major abiotic factors by any chance?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll talk about the major abiotic factors. Let me just just read real quick. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. So there are five major abiotic factors in the mangrove forest.
Okay, okay.
One is salinity, the other is flooding, These two, in my opinion at least, are like some of the very important main factors.
Yeah,
And
for
then we
sure, for
have
sure.
temperature, light, and nutrients.
All right.
And
Is there
so,
anything, yeah, more specific you can get into for
yeah,
salinity?
yeah. So, like to specify for salinity, so if you didn't know, mangroves have the ability to exclude salts from its roots, either through flotation or through the surface of the roots.
Okay.
Um, so the root membranes exclude salt and they let the water through. It's a very interesting
Whoa,
fact
really?
about
So I
mangroves.
could I say put salt water through the mangrove roots and then drink it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Professor. Let's
I was
stay
just
on.
asking on behalf of the
Oh
class.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, for sure, for sure. But I'm not a super genius here. I'm reading off my notebook notes. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
All right, all right. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going.
What about flooding?
So, oh, you want to know about flooding? Okay, that's interesting. So twice a day, actually, yeah, it's a very interesting fact. Wait, let me just Okay, yeah, so twice a day,
Hmm,
mangrove roots are completely submerged underwater, unable to take in oxygen. Can you believe this?
that
But
sucks.
as a solution to resolve this issue, mangroves produce some small pencil-like roots that stick out of the surface of the water to take in oxygen. These small pencil-like roots, let me just read this real quick. Oh my God, what is the name of this?
Hey, you did not come very prepared for
Pneumatophores,
this, did you?
pneumatophores, no,
Oh, sorry, sorry.
pneumatophores,
It would seem
pneumatophores.
as I got ahead of myself. That's a very big
Yeah,
word
yeah, yeah, yeah,
for a very big man.
pneumatophores. Thank you, thank you. Oh,
Yes.
okay, let's
Anyways,
keep going.
I think we should
Let's
go
keep.
to the I think we should go back to the lab so I can show off the map of where
Oh no,
mangroves can mostly be
definitely.
found.
All
Alright,
right. That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect.
5 minutes later.
stop doing that, because I'm gonna start. Alright, let's go show the class the map.
Oh
Ladies
my
first.
God, what
And
a terrible walk.
don't forget your notebook,
Stop,
it's in the
Professor.
water over there.
Oh yeah, I'll get that later. Okay. Okay.
Alright, ladies
Yeah.
first. So the
Uh-huh.
map. So the mangrove forest can, as you can see here, can mostly be found in tropical areas. As is shown, Indonesia has many different species all throughout the islands. Unlike Indonesia, most other places around the world that do have mangrove forests are limited to fewer species. For example, Puerto Rico has 4 mangrove species. These are the red, black, white, and butter mangroves. In most areas around the world, there will be few different types of mangroves. So, now that we talked about where mangroves can be, I want you to talk about the habitats, if you could.
Oh yeah, let me just get my book real
Yeah,
quick.
it's in the
Yeah, I'm
water,
so
buddy.
sorry. No, 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 I have another one. Don't worry, don't worry. I have another one. Just
Oh,
don't
okay.
remember, don't litter, kids. Don't litter.
Yeah,
Littering is bad. Yeah, let me just check my notes real quick. Uh-huh. So, you wanted to talk about the habitats, right?
that's right.
That's correct. Okay, yes, sir. Okay, so while we see animals like the long-tailed macaque taking over the top of the trees in this ecosystem, we see how other animals like fishes, crocodiles, frogs, and crabs like to use the sunken roots to their advantage. All right? You get that,
Interesting.
Professor?
Yeah, I got that.
So,
You should be asking the class if they got that.
oh, yeah, you get that, class? Shut up, class. No one cares. Okay, so in this ecosystem, we see how everything has a purpose. Very interesting. Very interesting. A sunken branch can work as a habitat for hundreds of different species thriving together. Or a set of roots or leaves could be used as cover to hide from predators,
Yeah.
or for a predator to hunt. All right?
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very smart stuff in my note. I mean, from my brain. Okay? We
Mm-hmm.
also see how the muddy soils of this ecosystem
Ugh.
house many of the animals living here, like frogs and other amphibians. Which I think I said that one earlier, but yeah, just keep that between
No,
you and
no.
me in the class.
No, you
All right.
hadn't. But let me say, these muddy soils, they are a hassle, aren't they? Anyways, so can we move on to the human impact on the ecosystem? You think you
Oh
have any
yeah,
info
no,
of
yeah.
that
Let me
on your
just.
notebook?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let me just. Oh yeah. I don't need my notebook. Just let me check real quick, though,
Oh,
just in
oh.
case. Yeah, 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 yeah. I have something on the human impact. Terrible, by the way. Humans suck. Oh my God, do
Yeah,
we suck?
I
Okay.
know, man. That's why we're out here for,
So,
man.
no, yeah. Honestly, I love it out here, but we really suck. Like, wow, wow. Okay, so mangroves are important areas on the coast where people can fish, protect property and coastlines from the effects of cyclones and storms, and
Yeah.
also to protect coral reefs from sediments and pollutants. However, nowadays, mangroves are being seen as something expendable that doesn't need to be taken care of. Very dumb on our part. You wanna know why?
Tell me why. Tell the
Okay,
class why.
so yeah, the class has to know. Mangrove forests are being misinterpreted as mosquito breeding grounds, whatever the heck that means. Stupidity from
What?
humans,
Oh
honestly,
my god.
right?
Humans. They surprise me more and more every day.
Yeah, and even worse, it's seen as a place to unlawfully dump trash. Like, who would do that?
About to head out.
Yeah, just pick up that notebook real quick
Nah,
before.
just not. You can continue.
Yeah, you know,
Assess
I'll
your brain.
continue. I'll continue. Okay, so it's very dumb because if you're living on a city or town, you might just like not notice these effects. It might be seen as something really just stupid to your opinion, like you don't care.
Just
But for people living in the coast, this is so terrible for them.
yeah. I understand what you mean. Yeah.
No, you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I do.
because destroying mangroves could lead to a living hell for these people. Just to mention a few things, destroying mangroves only leads to increasing flooding and coastal erosion. Like, why would anyone want that?
Yeah. They literally
And
they're natural defense, and you're telling me people are throwing all that away?
oh
Is that?
yeah, and you want to know why they get rid of these areas?
Tell me
These
why.
mangroves? For tourist attractions. They destroy
Nah,
the
you're
mangrove
playing.
areas and they terraform. They just build tourist attractions and stuff, and they put soil over these areas. I don't
Humans,
even know
man.
why. Humans are just dumb.
Humans, man.
Mangroves destroying mangroves also leads to like an increase in salinity in the waters. And
That's no good. I can tell you that,
I
class.
know that is no good because mangroves take the salinity from the water and turn it into num num water. Num num water.
All right, you
Num
can
num water.
continue. We can move
Oh,
on.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no
But
problem.
I have a solution. In
Yes,
order
you do.
to Oh, sorry. You interrupted me,
No,
Professor. Excuse me.
pardon me. I want to hear your solution.
Are you trying to disrupt the class? In order to avoid all these consequences, we need to work together to stop illegal dumping of trash in mangroves. And we also need to stop terraforming these areas
Yeah, that's
because
you
it's
can't
just
throw away an
destroying precious
environment.
ecosystems.
Yeah, you can't just throw away an environment for attractions. To,
I know. I know. So stupid. So
yeah.
stupid.
Anyways, I'm gonna head out. I think this has been a great journey here in the mangrove forest, but I'm gonna set sail.
Wait, Professor, you're forgetting something, Professor. Can you tell me some of the interesting elements of mangrove forest?
Yeah, I can.
Not that many,
Back at
not
the
that many,
ship.
just maybe two.
Approximately 10 hours later.
The renovated ship. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it looks so great. My God, we worked so hard on this.
Yeah.
Wait, but Professor, aren't you forgetting something for the class?
Oh, how could I
Oh,
forget? I've got a couple
of
interesting
course.
facts before we set sail.
No, yeah.
So,
I'd like
this
to hear them, Professor.
this beautiful mangrove forest ahead of us provides a lot of oxygen due to the mangrove trees. Aside from that, once these mangrove trees are destroyed, it'll be very difficult to replant them. This is because not only do they take many years to grow, but once a mangrove tree is destroyed, the coastline is changed, making it difficult for another tree to grow there again. Interestingly, though, mangroves store more carbon than terrestrial forests. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. So, a certain area of mangroves could store up to 10 times the amount of carbon as a terrestrial forest could. That's insane, Nicholas. Professor Nicholas.
Oh, yeah, no, that's incredibly crazy. No, yeah. Wow, I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
Um,
Aside from that, I have one other fact for you. Very interesting.
okay.
It's kind of sucks though. Mangrove trees, they're pretty difficult to satisfy. What I mean by this is, for a mangrove to grow, it requires the perfect amount of seawater. Too little, they dry out. Too much, they can drown. And climate change is not helping with this, as with sea levels are rising, more mangroves are drowning. Careful. Hey, you're not helping the cause, sir. Could you please?
I'm so sorry, Professor.
Okay. Anyways, I think our trip to the mangrove forest is over, Nicholas.
Oh, yeah.
I
How are we
must,
gonna get out?
I must say, listen, you've impressed me with your knowledge. You really have. But it's time. I must now set sail.
In
I'll
the
see.
ship I built, right?
I must now set sail. I'll see you in the next biome.
In the ship, right? Yeah, in the ship. Where are you going, Professor? Professor, wait! How am I gonna get home, Professor?